In this short video, we're going to look at the specific launch websites and the technical pieces that are involved in launching or promoting a product online. First, let's keep in mind some business rules or constants to use whenever you're promoting a product. So first of all, you want to make sure that you keep your web structure as simple as possible. So use fewer tools and get more from them. Secondly, you always want to use Google Analytics on every public website. That way you can collect your traffic statistics, see what's converting during the opt-in periods for your pre-launch, as well as on your sales websites as well. Next, consolidate the functionality into fewer websites using the principle of less is more. So for example, if you utilize OptimizePress, for example, as your platform, then you can utilize your opt-in pages, your content delivery pages, your sales page, and your membership site, all using one WordPress platform. And then finally, use WordPress plugins to give your sites that extra edge. So examples of these might be countdown timers on your offers, or URL shorteners, or pages such as Google Analytics that allow you to keep your stats on conversions. Now, let's take a look at the specific web pieces. First of all, there's a launch calendar. Now, most people probably wouldn't include that in their list, but I do because it's essential to realize that your launch calendar, especially using a platform like Google Calendar, has the ability to keep track of each phase of your launch and to notify the appropriate people on your team for the critical dates they need to follow. So some examples of that are the ability to schedule your production period before your pre-launch actually starts, getting all of your contents and your videos done and your web structure done, and to put that calendar on everybody on the team's page so that they see the same sub-calendar. In addition, preview webinars that you schedule during the launch for affiliates, getting them on the launch calendar. Your course production dates so that you can coordinate the dates that you need to be creating content and delivering content and match that with all your other criteria and commitments. So these are some of the things that you can do with a launch calendar. Next, the launch platform, as we talked about. So we're used to thinking about opt-in pages, sales pages, and the like. But in a launch, regardless of which of the 7 models that you utilize, there's actually the ability to systematize and coordinate all of those websites in using a particular launch platform such as Kajabi or OptimizePress in bringing those pages to the view of your public in the sequence that you want them to see it. Now, in addition to that, you've got your autoresponders, your shopping cart, and affiliate management, and I put those all in one category. So obviously your autoresponder gives you the ability to set up a sequence of email messages so that you can pre-craft your message to your new customers and your prospects who are opting in. And then as you move forward, you can have an advanced system of autoresponders such that there's actually a shopping cart or the ability to take and process orders and coordinate them with the records of the people who are in your autoresponder. And then ultimately affiliate management, and that's the whole set of tools to make sure that the people who are opting into the launch as well as those who are purchasing the products are credited to the proper affiliates. And so it's best if these things are coordinated and in such a total comprehensive back office system that can do all of these things. Now, the ability to accept orders. This is, in one sense, a subset of having a shopping cart tied into an autoresponder, but basically this is where you actually receive the payment. And of course, from the easiest is having a free PayPal acceptance of credit cards or PayPal account payments, on to having your own merchant account that you put onto your website to accept orders. Next, we'll talk about A/B testing, or A versus B testing. And the obvious thing here is that every impression with a potential prospect counts. So what you want to make sure is that you're utilizing your best opt-in pages, for example. And so you test one thing versus another. That's the A/B on the phrase. So for example, you might test 2 pages that have everything alike except for the headlines. And so there's software available, some free, some paid, that will enable you to do that, and then will allow you to show only the one that won the test from that point forward. And so you can test everything from your particular opt-in and content pages to sales pages to even the performance on videos. Now let's talk about customer support and these platforms. So customer support is an ongoing service, and it's the determinant of how well you're doing on your launch in terms of how responsive you are in the moment. But there's also software that helps with this process. So for example, there's help desk software where someone having a question can log in and send a customer support ticket to your office, and it can be sorted by category, the nature of their specific question, and routed to the particular people who can handle it. In addition, there's software available for instant chat when your sales page is up, so that if someone has a question, they can immediately have live customer support. And then there's the ability to have voicemail software and live support software, such that if you are collecting the phone numbers from your prospects and you want to, let's say, announce a webinar coming up, or you want to thank them for purchasing the product, then this software enables you to record a message from the person conducting the launch that would be heard only if someone doesn't answer the phone, and it would go to their voicemail. For everyone else, your customer service person delivers the script. So those are some of the software tools, web pieces around customer support. Then we're on to video hosting. And essentially, video hosting, you can do everything from putting a video onto your own website through your hosting service. And typically that's not done in a launch environment because of the sheer traffic and volume that taxes your account and the public server that you're sharing. So typically your videos will be hosted in a more secure and reliable platform, such as an Amazon S3 or the like. Now in this category, it goes beyond just hosting the video. You have the ability with your hosting and with software add-ons that you can buy on a temporary subscription basis to actually see how long customers and prospects are staying on a video and the point in which they're leaving. So you're actually keeping statistics as a result of that video hosting. Now, the next thing is membership sites. So these days, even if you deliver your content live in a series of webinars, let's say, or teleseminars, it's a good idea to go ahead and put them up into a membership site after the fact, even if you didn't deliver it initially through that format. And the idea, first of all, the obvious advantage is that you get to protect the content so that only customers have access with special username and password into the membership site, but it allows you to do all kinds of other benefits, and especially if you use a WordPress platform, such as dripping out content in the frequency in which you want people to see it in order to better consume the content, as well as the ability to stagger when people receive the content based on when they purchase. Now, membership sites these days are best used with a plug-in using the WordPress platform, because you have all of the other functionality that comes with WordPress. Now, the last thing we want to talk about here is our webinars and live events. So in terms of doing these, if you're doing a webinar today, the platform that is most popular live certainly is GoToWebinar. And now what's coming up as a fast alternative to replace GoToWebinar are Google Hangouts, primarily because it's a free platform. You have many more benefits in terms of traffic because it goes up immediately afterwards as a video on YouTube if you choose. And all of the chat comments that happen during your webinar or live webinar, as a Google Hangout is, then become comments, the equivalent of comments that drive your traffic on YouTube. And of course, the most obvious benefit is that you don't have the 1,000-person limitation that you do with GoToWebinar. Then, of course, you've got the replay webinar services that allow them to go evergreen. And then as long as we're in this category, we have to talk about live events, such as a live end of the launch screencast or live broadcast in using something like Ustream or even a Google Hangout to achieve that. Now, the question that I want to leave you here is, do these web pieces work in all situations? Well, there's actually 7 launch models, as I have alluded to here. And I've prepared a special report and a video to show you the differences between the 7 launch models that I share with my consulting clients on product launches and when each are appropriate. Now, you can go and grab them here at www.productlaunchmultiplier.com. Go there and grab your report and video. And also look for other videos where I go into more detail in each of these specific web pieces. This is Minders Glover of MindersGlover.com.